I actually pressed record this time. I've just like recorded loads and then my camera turned itself off and I hadn't clicked record. So, hello you lovely lot. This obviously isn't an ASMR video because I'm talking normally and loud, although more of you should be used to my loud voice now because of the streams. I'm going to keep this super short because the video that comes after this kind of explains everything, but I just wanted to do like a video beforehand. I don't know when I'm going to put this actual video up. I'm going to wait until I can get the link to what I'm about to tell you about. In April, I went down to London to film an episode of Would I Lie to You? I was a guest of one of the panel members, an absolutely lovely gent by the name of Joe Lysett watches my ASMR videos. He's a comedian, he appeared on it, he gave them my details. They rang me up and said, would you like to come down? I said, yeah. They were like, oh, we'll ring you back and let you know, if we need you. They did. I went down, I vlogged it. I couldn't vlog any of the studio stuff because obviously it's a TV studio. They don't want me there like, oh, look, and then I'll ruin something. So it's just a journey down, and then when I come back to the hotel after the actual night, you're going to think that, oh, she's going to tell you what happened. I don't. I give you like a 5-10 minute tour of my room and start crinkling some biscuit packets and teas and stuff. So if you want a video, if you want a video that's straight to the point, this is the wrong one for you. But yeah, I don't know when this is going to go up. There will be a link in the description box to the episode where you can rewatch it. I hope you can kind of rewatch it in other countries and it's not just available here. But the episode aired on Friday at 8:30 p.m. on BBC One. It's not that time yet. I think it's about, what time is it? It is 3:15 in the afternoon on Friday. So I've not seen the episode yet. Bit nervous about it. A lot nervous about it. Just kind of how I'm going to look. I was told not to look at like anyone and don't laugh at the comedians and just kind of stare in the corner. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm just going to look like a fool, like staring in the corner trying not to laugh. But everyone who does that does the same thing. But yeah, I'm so nervous but so excited. It was just an awesome thing. I'll stop talking now because you've got an entire 40-minute video that explains it all and shows my journey. I want to say a huge thank you to Joe. Obviously this wouldn't have happened if you didn't put my name forward for it. So thank you, matey. I'm hoping to see that picture or that we took on the day. The one where we just look so happy to see each other. If he has posted it, I'll put a little link up. So thank you for watching this video, and it's going to go straight into the vlog now. See you later. Hi everyone, just get myself comfortable. Obviously this is a vlog, you're watching it. If you're watching it, I've obviously put it out, that's what I meant. Got something exciting to show you and take you along with. I don't know how much of it I'm actually allowed to show because it's kind of secret and I'm not really allowed to film much of it. Anyway, 2 days ago, it's Thursday now, yeah, on Tuesday I found a message on my YouTube channel and it actually got into my spam folder, and it was from somebody at the BBC. And I do get a lot of messages on YouTube from companies asking me to partner with them or, give me free sort of clothes in return for, showing them and all that sort of stuff. So at first I kind of thought, oh, it's another partner email. But I read it and it was from a researcher at the BBC, and I thought, okay, this is odd. I wonder if anyone else has got a message like this. And there was a phone number. She said either email me or phone me. So I thought I'll give her a call, get the answers quicker. Turns out that there is a show called, like a TV show called Would I Lie to You? And it's on the BBC. I don't know which channel it's on exactly. I'm not great with knowing which channels it's on. But it's a comedy show where you have a presenter who's Rob Brydon. And I actually mentioned him, funnily enough. I recorded a video last week and I actually talked about one of my embarrassing moments that concerned Rob Brydon. But he's the host, and then there's two teams consisting of 3 people. Usually David Mitchell is one of the team leaders and then you've got Lee Mack on the other. I don't know if they kind of switch over because I don't watch the show, although I have seen one episode. Anyway, one of the rounds in this show is called, I think it's My Story. the researcher said. Basically, it's where a guest is brought out. You can probably see where I'm going here. A guest is brought out, and that team have to tell the other team what connection they are to them. So a guy called Joe Lysett watches my videos. Now, funnily enough, I've actually met Joe Lysett because he's a comedian and I work in comedy. So I have actually met the guy, which is really weird. Had I not worked in comedy, I wouldn't have met him. But it just so happens I have met him quite a few years ago at a gong show, but we have met and worked together. He watches my YouTube videos, and because ASMR is an unusual thing, and if you've never heard of it and someone tells you, oh, I watch this person on YouTube whispering to me, that's like, you what? So he asked, well, I don't know if he asked to be, if I could be his guest, or he suggested it to the researchers. I'm not sure how that works, but he must have said, this is, you know, my story, I watch this girl. So what happens is, the other two people on that team make up a story how they know me. So they'll make up these random weird stories, and they tell, while I'm standing there, they tell the other team, and then the other team have to decide which one's real. So on Wednesday, when I spoke to Chloe, I said I was really excited, and then I would come down. It was Friday and I didn't really have anything planned Friday. So I would come down on the Friday and do it. So she was like, oh, I'll get back to you, because there was a couple of other people. I think was 3 others that they might go with. So I was originally thinking they're not going to go with me because I live in the northeast. You know, they have to get trains and I have to get a hotel and everything. They're probably going to go with somebody closer to the show. Well, it turns out they went with me. So they rang me up yesterday morning. I was really excited, and I was so like, it's just such an adventure. And I know I'm not going on to talk about ASMR or, you know, actually do anything, but this is such a cool thing that I can look back on, hence why I'm vlogging it, and be like, yeah, I did that, you know, I went down to London for the day and I was on this cool show. So I'm really excited about it, and I want to take you guys along with me. I'm not allowed to record in the studio because A, it's kind of secret. They've got to keep me secret from the other panel. And B, you know, it's a studio. They're probably filming things there, you know, movies and TV shows that aren't going to be coming out for a long time. They don't want someone coming in with a camera and be like, oh, look at this huge structure. What's this for? And, you know, I've done like a spoiler for, I don't know, Game of Thrones or something. So I don't think I'm allowed to film in the studio, but I'm going to film my journey down, and then the hotel afterwards, and just let you know sort of how the day went, and if I'm allowed any pictures. I probably won't be, but if I'm allowed any pictures of the day, I will show you. So yeah, that's what's happening tomorrow. I can't wait. It's kind of a last minute, totally last minute thing. I'm just waiting for my itinerary to come through, and I'm really excited. I've not done anything like this before, and it's cool. I've actually met 3 of the people that are going to be on that show before. Obviously Rob Brydon's host, I've worked with Rob Brydon before, and the researcher called me up and asked me if I knew John Richardson, because I think he is on the other team. And I do know John. I have worked with him a couple of times, but I think it's been like 1.5 years, 2 years before I've worked his show. And even if he did recognise me, which he probably wouldn't because he meets so many people, he wouldn't know who I was. He would just know me as someone in comedy. I don't think he actually knows I do ASMR videos, so I don't think that's an issue. So it'll be interesting to find out who else is on the panel, and just kind of what sort of stuff I get up to. I think I go in hair and makeup, and she said I get my own little dressing room and stuff, and we do rehearsals and have dinner. So yeah, that should be really exciting. I'm just packing my bags now. I'm in a proper rush. This is like the busiest weekend ever. Today I had a meeting about something. I won't go into that. It's not to do with the ASMR, it's sort of my other job. Had a meeting, then I went to lunch with my friend, then I went to his house to meet his kitten, and the kitten is called Ralph, and oh my god, he is the cutest thing ever. I don't normally like cats. I'm not a big cat person. But it's because they scratch, and you know, you can be playing nice and then all of a sudden the cat be like, I don't want you touching me, and the claws come out and they get like antsy, and I'm like, whoa, okay, that's, you know, I'll not stroke you. But this Ralph doesn't scratch. It's a ragdoll kitten. I'll put a picture of him up, or a little video I think I took. And he kind of plays dead. You pick him up. I don't know if this is why they call them ragdoll cats, but you pick him up and he turns into a ragdoll. He's literally just dead weight flopping about, and he just lies in your arm like a newborn, completely floppy, while you stroke him. And oh my god, he's so cute. So I did that. I had to come home, pack some stuff, because I didn't want to pack because I wasn't 100% sure I was actually going to do this thing. They said yes, but I was like, okay, I've heard nothing back. Like, am I actually going to do it? I thought I'll leave packing until later, but my itinerary is just coming through like last minute. So I'm packing my stuff now, washing my clothes. I've got to take 3 outfits down, and I'm not a fashionista. I live in tracksuit bottoms and hoodies, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to put 3 outfits together. So I've kind of got 3 things together, because I've got to make sure I don't clash with the other people and I don't clash with the background. And in about so much time, what time is it? Oh my goodness, it's 10 to 4. Okay, in 25 minutes my friend's coming to pick me up. I've got to quickly finish this up because I've got to go. What time are we on? Okay, 8:35. My friend's coming to pick me up because she is doing a wedding fair tonight. She's a makeup artist. She's just sort of started a company, and she wants to, she's doing like a stall at a wedding fair, but she's also doing the makeup for the fashion show, and she needs someone to give her a hand. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So I'm going to be her kind of salesperson at this wedding fair, then come back here and then just chill out until tomorrow. Well, actually I'll pack my bags. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because I can ramble all day. I'll see you tomorrow when I'm, I don't know, on my journey, I guess. I'll see you later. Bye. Morning, everyone. I am just about ready, although my suitcase tells a different story. Trust me, I am almost ready. I've got everything on the bed here. Got all of my beauty things that I will need, which isn't much because I'm only gone for one night. I've got my itinerary, my pillow for being comfortable in the train. That is my gym jams, which I almost forgot. I forgot my pyjamas. Like, whenever I go anywhere, I forget pyjamas because I don't really have a set like pyjama thing. Sometimes I don't sleep in anything. Sometimes I just sleep in some pants or a t-shirt or nothing. I've already said that. So I don't really have pyjamas. So whenever I go somewhere, I always forget them. But last night I was thinking, oh, I'm not going to have an electric blanket when I go to bed. And I thought, pyjamas, I need some pyjamas. So I've got some nice fluffy socks in there and some shorts and a t-shirt. In here I've got shoes, deodorant, tights, all that sort of thing, which I almost forgot. And in there is my clothes, my 3 outfits. So they are going to go on the top of the case. So don't forget them, because I'm being dropped off at the hotel and then I am going to the studio. So I need to basically open my case, grab what I need and then go. And I'm excited, and I'm going to leave an hour early. It takes about 15 minutes to walk down to my train station, but I have to collect my tickets 20 minutes early. And I also want to go to Marks and Spencer's to get a nice sandwich and some snacks for the train, because I don't want to buy train food. So I'm going to make sure I'm on time. I leave an hour early, 15 minutes to get there. I've got time to go to Marks's and just try not to forget anything. I've forgotten so many things this morning, but fortunately my brain has triggered something and I've remembered them. So I've just got to start packing and make sure I don't forget anything. Not a train coming. No. I've made it to the train station. I had to go to Marks's for some snacks. And I made it on time. And I went to pick up my tickets and it was like, oh, you need the card you booked them with. And I was like, oh my god, I don't have it, but it was okay. So I was just looking at me, filming myself. I'm waiting for a train. I think it comes in that direction. I'm 90% sure it does. And this first one takes me to York. So I hope I'm on the quiet carriage. here we are. It's nice. I think we're in digs well. It'll be quiet because we're on a train. But I'm on a Virgin train and we're about 20 minutes from London. And there is a group of women down there, probably on a hen night. So loud the entire journey. And everyone else has just been really quiet, like content on the computers and stuff. Those women just so loud, playing music, shouting. But yeah, so we're just coming through. Where have we got here? So I keep banging off the window, and every time I go through a tunnel, my ears, because I've got eustachian tube dysfunction, my ears pop really badly. It's so painful, so I'm having to drink water all the time. I'll come back to when we actually stop and I can talk about it. We're looking for room 17. What are these? Rooms 14 or 23? Okay, that's 23. It's all exciting. That's my taxi waiting out there. He's waiting for me to come in, dump my gear and then go back. Right, where are we? 20. Pillowcase. Oh, and me pillow. Rooms 14 to 17. Oh, 17, this is nice. Oh, this is nice. We're gonna close eventually. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to slam that. Put that on. No, we don't need that on. What am I doing? I made it! I made it. I'm knackered. I'm absolutely knackered. I was saying to the taxi driver, I can't believe how tired I am, considering I've done nothing. Like, I've just been sat on a train all day, but I'm so cramped up. And oh, I don't know if you could hear me, but there was like a hen party, and they were making so much noise, like a ridiculous amount of noise. They were so inconsiderate. It wasn't a quiet cab, but at the same time, they were making way too much noise. Should have been making far less. Right, I've got to go because my taxi driver's waiting downstairs. I've got to get my outfits out and then I go away to the studio. I'm so excited. I don't think I'll be able to film anything in the studio, so I probably won't take this camera because obviously it's got to be like all top secret. But I'll probably film some when I get back and let you know how it all went. Hi everyone. What a day I've had. The noise, I've just flushed the toilet. Oh, that was quick. What a day I've had. It's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing today. Where do I start? What have I done? I will probably go into more detail I'm just going to at a later date in this same video, but a different time, maybe tomorrow morning or when I'm back home, just because it's 11:30, and I'm very tired. I've had a very exhausting day, even though all I've done is sat on trains and then sort of almost been a bit pampered at a TV studio, but travelling's really tiring. Sitting in a cramped space is really tiring, and it's kind of been emotionally tiring, like nerves and excitement and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'll probably go into it in the morning if I've got more time, because right now all I want to do is go in the shower, have a nice hot shower, make myself a nighttime cup of tea and crawl into bed. But what I will do is I'll show you a bit more of my room. Is my room a mess? It's more of a mess one. Let me at least try and tidy it up for you. There you go, I'll just close this. So I will show you more of my room, because I know that's what you want to see. That's obviously the door. You come in, it's got this little reception area here. What's this? Does it? Oh no, I thought that was maybe the Wi-Fi password. I've got a wonderful picture here. It's just It's got like some rings and swords and something on it. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, what's this? Turn this up. Can we turn it up? Okay, 16. Oh, yes, sweet. 21. Okay, I don't want the fan on that much. Okay, we'll just leave that. I like my room nice. Oh, it stopped. I like my room nice and warm. So anyway, oh, we're very yellow. Have we got a white balance here? That's better. It is very yellow. So back to here. So obviously there's my bathroom. Got my little TV, which I haven't turned on yet. My special blackout curtains, my lovely double bed, and these super cool lights. I actually quite like these. I think they're pretty cool. A little desk area here with a mirror, which shows a very dishevelled me. My wardrobe. I'll show you what's in my wardrobe. Move my boots out of the way. So in my wardrobe I've obviously hung up some of my clothes. I thought that was an extra quilt. It's not, it's extra pillows. But I brought my pillow because I never travel anywhere without my pillow. So I've already got my bed pillow. Got a fridge. What have we got in the fridge? Strong cheese and onion. I don't know how much these cost. Oh, hold on to the minibar. £1.50 for a bag of crisps. Absolutely not. Salt and vinegar. And that. Don't know. Cokes. Heineken. Chardonnay. Some waters. Monster. Smirnoff. Gordon's gin and whatnot. And in here, got some Maltesers. And a 4-finger Kit Kat. That's a joke. Hopefully I can link the show. So a 4-finger Kit Kat's a joke from the show. So that is what we've got in the minibar. I don't want a minibar. Oh, I'm squashing something. Just a crisps. So up here, this is the important section. This is my freebies. So I've got my little kettle and I've got, what's this? Some chocolate chip and stem ginger. Oh my god, I'm having them. What have we got here? Let's have a look. Let's bring it out so I can actually see. Oh. So I've got my little milks there. Semi-skimmed milks. What's this? English breakfast. To English breakfast. Some Earl Grey. Twinings, cranberry and raspberry, and chamomile. I'll probably be drinking English breakfast whenever there's not PG tips or like a bog standard brand, like a normal brand. English breakfast is the closest you're gonna get. I don't know if it's, I think it is just black tea. I think that's what it is, but because it's Twinings and it's called English breakfast, I think it's a bit posher. But my two favourite teas, I've said before, are PG tips. PG tips is my number one, that's what I always buy. And if there's not PG tips to buy, I'll have Yorkshire tea. But Yorkshire tea is actually more expensive than PG tips, so that's why I go with PG tips. But I'll be having some English breakfast and I might snaffle an Earl Grey, you know. They are there for me after all. So we've got those. I'll just put these there. Then we've got, what's this? Kenco decaf, a couple of those. Kenco smooth. Oh, hot chocolate. Oh my god. These are going to go missing. I'm totes taking them. I might have one tonight actually. rather than having a tea which has got caffeine in it. Because I'm used to drink caffeine free. I might actually have a hot chocolate. I think I will. Then of course we've got some sugar. Got some white sugar, some demerara sugar. I love demerara sugar. Just to eat it, white sugar, demerara. And then we've got one left. What's this? What is that? Sweetness sticks. A sweetness stick. A sweetener stick. Low calorie sweetness stick. How do you get a sweetness stick? It's not a stick though, it's bendy. It just feels like there's a powder in there. Oh well. That's obviously what's in there. Let's get these back in. Put them back, seeing as I'm having one. That's a nice little thing, I like this. Then of course we have the okay. Give me a fright there. I didn't expect it to beep, so we couldn't beat the cord. Then a little hairdryer. I brought my own anyway, and that's just some of my stuff and a nice long mirror. And of course the ironing board. Are we yellow again? I feel like we could be yellow. Then in my bathroom, there's a nice variety of toilet roll. My little cups. See, I can do ASMR on a non-ASMR video. Although the sound won't sound as good. So I've got my cups. A nice swingy out mirror here. Okay, I don't like that. Due to sensitivity of the fire alarm, please ensure that your bathroom door is firmly closed before taking a shower. I wouldn't have done that. A rubber bath mat is provided. What do we have here? What's this? What is it? Vitalising shower gel. That's good because I don't have a shower gel. I've got my hands look red in this light. I don't have a shower gel. I'll be using that. And what's this? It is a Bango creamer, otherwise known as a vitalising bath cream. It's very gold. Let's have a look how it looks. Is it as gold as it looks? Wow. Can you see how shiny and glittery that is? That is some glittery bath gel. Put the lid back on. Then we have Sapone Emoliente Savon Soft. Oh, it's a soap, softening soap. I think it's like a polo. Haven't got a middle. Then a Cuffia Pella Dosha Bonnet de Douche shower cap. That's a cool little packaging. And obviously my face cloth. Bin shower, which I'm looking forward to. Bath mat. That is not in focus. There we go. Some towels. I am looking forward to this shower because I don't have a shower at home. I think I mentioned before that I only have a bath. This is a good way to do a video. I only have a bath. And having a bath all the time gets boring. It takes forever to fill up. And I can't have quick ones. Like, it takes about 20 minutes for my bath to fill up. So there's no jumping in and jumping out. Because by the time you get in there and you have to do your hair, and like when I want to rinse my hair with clean water, this has got nothing to do with my trip. Why am I talking about it? Anyway, I'm looking forward to having a shower. So I'm going to go now. Sorry if you tuned in to hear what I got up to straight away. You should know better with me. I don't do that. I ramble. Doing it now. Yeah, either when I get up tomorrow morning and I'm packed, and my taxi comes at 10:30, so I might not have time. Do a little bit of film of the journey home, and then I'll fill you in of what happened today, how cool it was, how awesome it was, and just all the lovely people I met. Oh my god, everyone was so cool. Like literally every single person I met was just so sweet and lovely, and just had a class day. Yeah, I'll see you all later. Night. Morning everybody. I'll just see if I can get comfortable on this bed. Oh, I've already made the bed back up for the people, even though they're going to strip it. I made it back up. So I'm just watching Jeremy Kyle. There's nothing else on TV. There's like athletics and something else. So yesterday, I should probably find somewhere to stand this, it would be easier. What happened? So after did I record? I'm trying to think where I recorded. I got to, obviously, King's Cross, got the underground, and I got the underground, and I didn't realise there was 3 lines per platform. Usually on the underground you've got a platform with 1 line, so the circle line or something, and then there's a single platform. There might be 2 trains sort of forking off, but because I was sort of right in the centre in King's Cross, they had more lines per platform. So I found my Metropolitan line. I kept on thinking Metropolis line. I was like, I need the Metropolis line. And I was like, oh, Metropolitan line. So I found the Metropolitan line and got on the platform, and a train came along and it said Hammersmith, and I almost jumped on. And I asked this guy, I said, oh, does this go to Uxbridge? He was Welsh and he didn't know. So I was like, oh, okay, I won't ask you. And I just thought, don't jump on it, Charlotte. Don't make a rash decision. It's not like they're 1 every hour. There'll be 1 in another like 2 minutes. So I went back and looked at the board, like the map, and I just thought, and I was looking at like all the stations that I would stop at on my way, and I was like, right, and I realised at that point there was 3 lines, rambling again, 3 lines per platform. Next train that came along just happened to say Uxbridge on the front. I thought, brilliant, I'll get that. So yeah, got straight there, got a taxi to this hotel, dumped all my stuff, got the same taxi back, he waited outside, got it back to Pinewood Studios, met the lovely Chloe. She got me a taxi, like paid for the taxi, took me into a cafe because there was rehearsals going on. So we sat and had like a coffee in the cafe while the rehearsals, and then they snuck me in. It was all sort of very cloak and dagger. Snuck me in. I'm trying to remember the order of events. I was sort of in there, filled out a few forms, like release forms and things, to say I wouldn't, you know, film or take any pictures or anything. Chose my dinner, which I didn't want at the time. I thought, I don't want to eat anything before I go on, because you know, Biscuits Britain, when I'm eating, I'm just like burping, because straight away I'm just like digesting stuff. So I thought, no, I don't want that, because I don't want to be like burping on stage. Then I think rehearsals were finished, and then it was my turn to go down. So I went down with my 3 outfits and sort of got to see the set, met the floor manager, the assistant floor manager. Everyone was just absolutely lovely. The assistant floor manager, I can't remember her name. Sally pops to mind. It might not have been. It might just be, I don't know whether it began with an S, but everything was sort of a blur. So I'm not great at remembering people's names because it was just sort of very overwhelming. She reminded me of Carly Simon, like a more petite version of Carly Simon. She was lovely. They sort of took me around the back, showed me where I'd come on, where I'd stand. I think it was a floor manager who sort of said, no, pick a point at the top. Try not to smile. He said, oh, but the professional comedians, so obviously you're going to laugh at some points, but just try and pick a point at the top to look at. Then they tried, I held all my outfits up on me, to see which one I think would look better on camera. Got mic'd up to see how loud I would be. Chose my outfit, which were the red moleskine trousers, my blue sort of anchor top and a little black vest underneath. Went back upstairs. My stuff got ironed. It wasn't that creased, it was just in my case, or wardrobe sort of pressed that for me. Then I had like an hour to kill. I could hear everyone outside my room. I could hear Moira Stewart, Lee Mack outside. I was like, oh, I can't go out. And then I was desperate for the toilet. I was like, I really need the loo. So I had to text Chloe. I was like, I need the toilet, because obviously she's got to make sure it's clear for me to go. So by the time she came up, everyone had gone down to start filming. So I sort of went to the toilet, got changed into my stuff, went straight into hair and makeup, met a lovely lady in hair and makeup. She reminded me of someone as well, someone I know. And we were actually plucking my eyelashes out. My eyelashes, I've got some eyelashes. Oh, I've got some eyelashes that kind of grow straight, and they almost grow down a bit. And every time I blink, they hook a bottom one. So when I'm opening, they're sort of hooking each other. And it was doing it, and I thought, I'm going to be on stage like trying to unhook them. So we had to pluck one out. She was like, I can't do it. So I plucked it out. I've actually plucked another 2 out. Plucked one out this morning, and then one later on in the evening when I was in the toilet. So I got my hair and makeup done. She didn't put much on me because she said, what do you want? I was like, I don't wear foundation or powder or anything like that. I'm just sort of concealer and that's it. So she put like a tinted moisturiser on me, like a little bit of concealer and this magical white powder. Then did my eyes a bit fancy, fluffed my hair up a bit because it was gone really flat from all the travelling. Then I went downstairs to the main green room, and in the green room there was like a TV, and everyone was watching the TV of the live recording, and it was really odd because obviously you're used to seeing everything on TV so polished, whereas this, someone would say something and then, I don't want to ruin the magic of it, but Rob Brydon was like, oh, can you say that again but in a different way? And that caught me off guard. I was like, oh yeah, this is like, it's essentially, this is live. So I sat in there with my water and I was like, right, I'm going on, so I'm going on. So I was taken through and sort of stood. There was this giant curtain. It must have been about 30, 40 feet high and twice as long all the way around the back of the studio. It was like one giant piece. So I stood behind there, got my makeup touched up, and then I heard them sort of finish up that round. I was like, right, it's time for me to go out. So I walked back round the back and hid in this little thing, like just around the corner. They announced my name. So Rob Brydon was like, oh, I'm going to bring this guest out, Charlotte. So I was told to go out on my name and stand on this spot. So he said Charlotte. I walked out and expected to walk out to applause because that's what everyone walks out to, they walk out to applause. I walked out to about 2 seconds of applause, then the entire place erupted with laughter. Everyone started laughing, the entire crowd were just laughing, the comedians were laughing, and I didn't know what was going on, so I kind of went up and stood on my spot and just stared at all these people laughing, and I didn't know why, and I wasn't getting upset, but it was really surreal. Like, it was the first time I'd went out on stage and all these people were laughing, and I was like, oh my god, like, why are they laughing? I was like trying to sort of kind of half smile, half relax my face, and I was like, oh my god, what's wrong? And I actually looked down to see that I wasn't naked. It's like in those dreams. I have to start this camera after every 10 minutes. It was like one of those dreams where you have and you're naked and like you go to school or something. You're like, oh my god, I've got to school naked. It was a very surreal moment like that, where I walked out into a room full of people expecting one thing and they're all laughing, and I'm the only one not in on the joke. So I kind of quickly looked down to make sure I wasn't naked, looked at Rob Brydon as if to say like, why are they laughing? Looked down to check that I hadn't like wet myself or thinking what they could possibly be laughing at. And it turns out that when Rob Brydon invited me on, I came from the left, he looked to the right. But because I didn't see him look to the right, I didn't know what they were laughing at, and it was horrible. It was just so, it was so bad to walk out to that, like my first time on. And of course, I was led back off, and the lady said, "You were perfect, but we have to do it again because Rob messed up." And one part of me thought, oh my God, I can't do it. I can't walk back out to that. That was horrible. But the other part of me was like, okay, this is the second time on stage. That the first time was like, right, I'll do it again. So I got the first time out of the way, and the second time couldn't be much worse. So was invited out again, obviously looked around the right way, there was an applause, and just sort of looked in the corner. And they did about 15-20 minutes. It felt like it went on forever. About 15-20 minutes of questions and stuff. I won't ruin what it was because I'm going to link the show. I don't know if I can link it in an annotation, but I'll put the show in a description so you can actually watch it there. So I'm not going to ruin that. But yeah, they all did their thing. And I kind of sort of just had my hands in front of me, and I was getting more like tense. I was trying to relax, but my body was stiffening up because I wasn't really allowed to move around much or like look around. I just was kind of had to look in the corner. And I could feel my shoulders just turning into rock, and I was like, oh my God, they're hurting so much. So by the end, like when it was the reveal, I was going through my line in my head as well. I was like, do not forget your line. Because when I was in the green room, like my little room, Chloe's like, oh, should I test you on your line? I'm like, oh my God, have I got to have it perfect? I thought I just had to get it roughly. And she's like, no, you've got to have it sort of this. And I was like, oh my God. So I went over my line so much. It was only one line, but I thought, under pressure, I'm not going to get it. And my line was, my name is Charlotte, and Joe watches my videos to relax in the evening. And I had to remember the order of those things. So Joe videos relax in the evening. And I was going over my line while I was stood there. And when it was time for me to deliver my line, I got it. I was so relieved at that. I thought, I don't want to have to do it again because I'll fluff it up. Even though that's normal to everyone, like they'll do retakes. I'm not an actor, so it's not normal to me. So if I had to do it again, I'd probably be more nervous. So I got my line. They showed a bit of my video. It's actually I'll link my video because I can link my own videos. I'll link my video there. That was the one they showed, which is the gift wrap and role play. And I don't know if they'll mention it in the show. I don't know if they'll leave it in, but Joe mentioned the scene from Love Actually where Rowan Atkinson, I'll actually link that link there as well because I think that's on YouTube, where Rowan Atkinson wraps up a package, like a piece of jewellery in the film, and that, I love that moment. It's ruined by, oh, what is his name? I've forgotten his name. It was there, the guy who plays Snape. My memory is atrocious. He is like getting antsy and he's trying to hurry him on, and he's like, you know, oh, do we have to do this? And I just want to be like, shush, let him wrap whatever he wants to do. If he wants to sprinkle some rose petals and lavender on, let him do it. So he rushes him on. I'm like, no, just let him wrap it. That's a really good scene out of a film, and that's my favourite scene out of that film. And my gift wrap and role play was kind of a take on that. It was my version of that. And I do kind of say a line in that video that's a kind of nod to that film. I think it's saying, I shall be but a moment, something like that. So they showed about a 10-second clip of me wrapping presents, and then I was thanked and walked off, and the relief, as soon as I walked off, I was just like trying to roll my shoulders to relax them, but they were so stiff. After that, I went into the green room, had my dinner, which was freaking delicious. It was sweet potato balls with coriander wrapped in cashews, like crushed up cashews and like a breadcrumb. Oh my God, they were delicious. I'm gonna try and make them myself. Hold on, I've got to check the time. My taxi is coming in 20 minutes. and just sat there and watched the rest of the show because there was still like a third part of the show to be filmed. So I sat and ate dinner while I watched that, chatted with a few people in the green room. I think they were all like staff researchers, that sort of thing. Chatted to them, and then when the show finished, everyone piled into the green room. There was loads of guests. There must have been like people's friends and people who were allowed backstage and that sort of stuff. So loads of people came in, and Joe came in, and I got to meet Joe. I've actually met Joe. I don't know whether I said this. I have met Joe before I started ASMR videos though, because obviously I work in comedy and he's a comedian, and I've actually worked with him on a show, but it was so long ago he didn't remember. He did remember the gig though. I told him which gig it was and he remembered that one straight away. So I met him, and it was so cool to chat to him about the videos and just everything. It was brilliant, and sort of get his take on the videos. And I was eating, there was these pretzels, the most amazing pretzels. They were like white chocolate pretzels. I'm going to definitely buy some. And I was sat eating them, and I was like describing them, and he was like, it's just like watching you in a video, which I can totally relate to, because when I went to the Newcastle meetup and I met Emma, I was like, it's weird, like I watched this woman on camera and I'm like, oh my god, it's like you're a celebrity. Like I'm looking at Emma and it was like I was looking at a celeb. And she was saying the same to me. She was like, it's so surreal because I've just seen you so much on camera, and to meet you in real life is really odd. But then obviously that wears off straight away, because then you start to get to know that person in real life. So I chatted to Joe, I can't remember how long it was, maybe 45 minutes, but he had to shoot off. And then just sort of milled around for a little bit. My taxi came. Danny Dyer was there at the end, but I didn't really sort of get to chat to him because as soon as he popped in, my taxi came, so I had to go off, and then came back. Skyped Christian just to sort of fill him in on what happened, and I'd had a shower, an amazing shower, and then just crashed into bed. Woke up this morning at 7:30, which is surprising. I got to bed about 1, got to sleep about 1, woke up at 7:30, and I thought, oh, I'll go back to bed. And I thought, no, if I go back to bed, I'm going to be late. I'm going to make myself late. I'm going to rush, and that's the last thing I want. I thought I'd rather forfeit sleep and make sure I'm prepared, and then I can sleep on the train. I've got like 4 hours on the train, so I'm ready. I've still got Jezza on. Mum, how could you let me take drugs at 5 years old? How could you, Mum? Yeah. So I've got my bag packed, which normally I would have my backlit. Normally I'd have my handbag, but my laptop doesn't fit in my handbag, so I've got that. Got everything ready. And this, every time I travel, I travel with a suitcase. I travel with a pillow. And the last time I travelled with a pillow, it was like, I've got my bag, my pillow, my suitcase, and it was so difficult to get around. So this time, I have used a belt and just attached it to my suitcase. And the pillow slips out. Obviously it doesn't now, that's the idea, but my pillow just slips out, or this entire thing just sort of comes off. Take the belt off, throw the belt back over, because it doesn't actually, it's not big enough to fall over. And then I've got my suitcase with my pillow, and it just makes things way more comfortable. Right, I'm going to get off. I've got to just make sure I've got everything in the room, get downstairs, wait for my taxi. They're actually going to ring me, and then make my way to, I'm not actually doing the underground, I'm getting a taxi straight to King's Cross, which I think is about a 40-minute journey in a car, which I'm not going to love because I don't really like car journeys. But I've got to be done, so yes, I'm head off now, and I might fill you in on the journey back up.